Good morning, Lydia. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Yaritza. Good morning,
Good
Mara. Good
morning.
morning, Fabi. Good morning, Robin. Good
Morning.
morning, Lucas. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, Trey. Actually, Jim's not even here. You know the rules. Good morning, Lydia. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Yaritza. Good morning, Mara.
Good morning.
All right. It's Wednesday, minus 2 days, plus a morning makes right now what?
Mindset Reset Monday.
It's Monday. Time for a reset. But first, we need to hear wins or celebrations, something you're just dang proud of.
I shared mine.
My short sale, we're just waiting on final signatures.
There you go. Christina, what number did you come in at?
Don't get me started. 303.
Had a girl.
Yeah, 3 off of top 300. Tell me how much that chaps my ass.
How much does that chapter ask?
A lot.
All right.
It was 362 last year. So I'm moving up, but at a pace that I'm not satisfied with.
I mean, it's still quite impressive. I mean, out of all the real estate professionals, you're in the top 300.
Don't coddle me, Eric.
I'm just saying.
I appreciate you. No, I'm proud of it. I'm super proud of it. But I aspire for
More.
greatness.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's terrible. Get your shit together.
I know, right? Thank you. Fabi knows how to talk to me.
I have a win. I have a seller that wanted me to call their home, list their home this month. So I'm going to be calling them. And being that I was consistent with calling so far, I've gotten some sellers for land and just people calling me back. I got one call where the guy calls me and he says, can you give me a call back? And his wife in the background says, you called a real estate? That's the worst thing you can do. And he says, never mind. Bye. So I'm gonna call them back too.
Funny. That is kind of funny.
hmm
So I got a cool win. I was getting paid from Facebook through tips and stuff like that.
You
They
would?
first, yes, they were like, so if people liked my content, they could send me tips, like money.
What? You should have led with this a long time
What?
ago.
Well,
I didn't know you could do that.
I told you guys that like a few weeks or like a month or so ago. Like I've been getting paid from tips like a few months
What the
ago,
hell?
but you have to like get approved for it. Well, Facebook officially pays me now. They invited me, I think it was Thursday afternoon or Friday. And so it's kind of cool because now all I got to do is post my content and Facebook pays me per like whoever views my content.
There you
Like
go.
it's cool.
That's
It's cool.
awesome.
So every
Mhm.
morning I look to see how much they paid me.
How much did they pay you so far?
Right now I think I'm up to $4.
Mhm.
Woo!
But if you know anything
$4.
about like how it works, I could wake up one day and have $1,000 if one of them goes viral.
That's what
Mhm.
we want to see.
Hell yeah.
Imagine all the leads you're going to get.
Well, I did get a lead off Instagram. So that was pretty cool. They're moving to Val.
There you go.
That's pretty nice. I think social media is an untapped market.
It definitely is.
Social media is all about engagement. Speaking of engagement, I love
Jeez, Dan, you
Uh-oh,
started
who got
something.
engaged?
nobody got engaged, I hope. Wait, don't add to the population, don't subtract to the population.
What is this? Our debrief on Fridays in the military?
What it is. How do you get engagement online?
Copy,
But
Aaron.
Hot
Copy Aaron?
topics, rage baiting.
Rage baiting.
What?
that's actually
Being
helpful.
yourself.
I got 2 clients from that. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Being authentic.
Being authentic. There's one thing.
Consistency.
Consistency. There's another one. Always being out there in front of people. Yeah, but that post from Friday, guys, it's redunculous.
Which
But
post?
Yeah, which post?
I posted about my kid's school.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shit,
It went left field real quick.
real left, which is kind of funny.
And then I got yelled at.
I was surprised. I was surprised. Really.
Guys, I don't care what side of the track you lean to. Be human.
I got called a blue hair because I said,
What's
A
a
blue
blue hair?
Yeah, what's a
I
blue hair?
asked him, I was like, how, or where did all these trolls come from? And somebody took it offensive and that wasn't even the guy I was talking about.
A blue hair is old
Oh.
people, like a boomer.
Hey, Jim's here.
Jim is here. It's kind of funny. I got this direct message at 4 o'clock in the morning. Please don't roast me on the thread like you have others before. I am totally unfriending you. Your pro MAGA, pro Kirk, anti-liberal, anti-protest posts are making me want to vomit. I refuse to associate with anyone who supports ICE. You've got to be kidding me. You don't see the cruelty. I like you, man. Always have, but this shit makes me mad. We have zero in common. I refuse to stand ideology. I stand idly by. She spelled it wrong. While Trump Gestapo reigns terror down immigrants and citizens alike. Fucking sick. So it's been real, Big Dan. But keep your shitty, ignorant friends and posts way over there. You're in the wrong.
Dan,
And I pray
Dan, it was late at night. I didn't mean to hit send.
Hold on. Hold on. And I
Come
guess
on,
I didn't even-
Jim.
She goes, any guess? I didn't even need to message you this. Not like y'all even listen to us libtards, anyways. Because on the post, someone called her a libtard, and I respected Annie. I'm not anti-protest. I've always supported people standing up for what they believe in. What I spoke about yesterday wasn't the cause; it was the situation. My son called me from school scared. When I arrived, there were students in the streets, no visible adult supervision. Even the school officer was gone. That's what I'm reacting to. Politics should never be more important than the safety of kids during a school day. That's it. That's the whole point. You don't have to agree with me, and I'm not trying to convince you, but please don't turn concern for my child's safety into support for cruelty or hate. That's not who I am. I wish you well. Watch the turn. I hear that, and I defo wasn't aware that you had kids or anything to do with it, so I hope you don't think I'm coming at you. I'm sure you're an amazing father. I'm just protecting my peace, but I've known you a while, so I guess I'm announcing my departure. Okay.
I'm not coming for you,
Why
but I
else
just
would
came
you-
for you.
Why else
Right.
would you be at school if you didn't have kids?
Exactly. I was in fair. I'm fair. I'm fair in dealing with others, but I'm feral when it comes to my family.
You don't
I-
have to say
It's
it.
just
You don't
a
have to say it.
weird, I feel like it's a weird subject where we can't, if we're not educated enough, we can't really say anything because people get offended for anything nowadays. We can't say anything at all because the animosity will come out regardless. That's
Absolutely.
why
Absolutely.
it's just crazy.
The
So
problem
they-
is with
they
people
may
that are
just say
acting-
passive
aggressive things like I'm just protecting my peace.
Hold on, right? She goes, I totes get it. Me too. Me and my Mexican babies. She's a white girl she's married to a Mexican guy. No fault. I don't care. I was like, so here's my response again. You need to protect yourself, my friend. I have friends on both extremes, and I invite the conversation between. She goes, I guess it's important that we still see each other as human. Your friend saying retard and libtard is ignorant and not shutting that shit down is hurtful. It's hard to not get pissed, like the right view me as liberal scum for having dyed hair, nose rings, liberal views. It's crap. It's demeaning. It's what it is, though. Now I sort of wish I didn't unfriend you. I'm so sorry. I'm just tired of all this shit and disrespect on both sides. You guys see the turn? I wasn't mean to her. I told her to protect herself. I believe her. I understand her. I'm with her. I was like, okay. I was like, many of those in the posts are not my friends. We share history and connection via Facebook, but it's not my place to police others' views. That's what got us here in the first place. Do we agree? It's other people trying to control what other people think and say. That's what the issue is. I was like, you don't have to be my friend on social media for us to have legitimacy in life. We're still connected here. I don't hate you because you have strong beliefs and have cooler hair than me. I honestly hate the whole the right, the left nonsense. I don't fully subscribe to the viewpoints of either, and I will never allow differences to create hatred. Her response, Dan, I'm sorry. I'm going to re-add you. I'm a de facto triggered crybaby, and I'll own that. Thanks for being cool and talking to me. I appreciate it.
You know anybody looking to buy or sell real estate?
Right. Now, but here's the thing. I want to show that that even in moments of extreme opposition and people just want to hate, can we control the conversation to a point that brings people back to neutral?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes there's some people that just don't want to hear it.
Well, that's true. That's
And
true.
those people don't need to be in your life.
Yeah.
And actually, I really do fully believe in that, guys. I don't care what your opinion is or what side of the track you land on. Invite the conversation to understand both sides. This can be any situation. This can be, well, I think your dad's a terrible advice when buying a house, right? Politics, religion, and buying houses seem to piss people off the most.
Mm-hmm.
Care what the differences are. Find neutral ground. Invite the conversation. Be the neutral. And if you really believe libtards and reptards, you guys do know that if you do the same liptard and you take what a Republican would be, it's a reptard. Anyone watch the Rugrats as a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Reptar.
Reptar, right? I think it's a fantastic thing. I really do, personally. But I don't care what the belief system is when you stop listening, when you stop hearing people, you'll never make an agreement happen. Instead of this person's wrong, I'm right, I need to make them see the difference. Take a moment to sit back and say, what are they hearing? Why are they hearing it that way? How can I help them see what I really meant to say? How many times have you had a client that you're on the phone with or on an email thread or a text thread with, and things just seem to go completely sideways? That's not what I meant to say. That's not what I said. You're wrong. No. Try to understand it from their point of view. Yeah, I know I brought up a very polarizing topic about religion, especially the ICE immigration things and stuff like that. But for me, it's not about the protest. It's about letting kids put themselves in danger, and the parents didn't care, the teachers didn't care.
I saw that the Phoenix area is having like a mass exodus of like teachers, like by the thousands.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of stuff. Now, there's a lot of
Yeah.
polarizing things happening, but we as professionals, real estate professionals, have a duty of care, don't we? Just like a teacher has duty of care, we have duty of care with people. If they don't listen to us, what are the odds of them making a terrible mistake in a transaction? Quite high.
Quite high. Oh,
Quite
Jinx.
Jinx, pick, poke, you owe me a cook, right?
You don't drink Coke anymore. You're on a health kick.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
No, he's on a health kick.
GLP or whatever. What did you say? What is it called? The thing that you drink?
AG1?
Yeah, that.
It's not a GLP-1. No, that's
That thing.
isn't a cheat code for liver failure or kidney failure. What does it destroy? It's one of the two. So
Yeah, but you'll be skinny.
you know what, Jim? I don't want to be skinny. I just want to be healthier. That's the whole point of this all.
It'd be skinny Dan Caldwell.
I'd be medium Dan Caldwell. I don't care if I could lose every ounce of fat on my body and I'd still be
Tiny Rock Realty.
I'd be Pebble Real Estate Group. Where happiness finds sadness, right? But there's an opportunity here in these conversations. I don't care where you're at. If you're going to post something online, you're going to engage in, online rhetoric, or you're going to have comments back and forth. Know that the target audience is watching you. Honestly, Erin said that, and then one of the people that I know from high school targeted her, and my phone just started playing music.
I see this forward.
Taylor Swift's Happiness. That's funny. I stepped in that moment and said, no. Dude, you don't know these people from anything other than their comments in a thread. Treat them as people. I got a lead from that thread. From someone that would definitely say that they're on the other side of political viewpoints than I am. But they know that if I'm willing to have a tough conversation and I'm willing to stand up for what I believe in, but I'm also willing to hear the other side, I'm not an asshole. Most of you know that I am an asshole, and I'll own it. but I'm fair. I'm consistent. I invite the conversation of difference, because in that we allow conversations amongst us to grow so we can learn who people are better. Mikey and I have a seller right now that if him and I were at a bar, I probably would have hit him in the head with a bottle. He deserves it. And instead of getting mad, instead of being like, man, F this guy, I did say that, but I said it in private with Mikey and I, jokingly. And instead of that, I go, okay, let's take the same training, the same thought process we have now, and understand, how can I understand this guy better? How can I approach him in a way that doesn't trigger him? Because after all, do you want to be right? Or do you want to get paid? Let's all answer that question, right? How many of us really have to be right in life? Come on, control freaks, right? It's important to be correct. Don't lie to yourself. Have you cost yourself a deal by being right? Have you cost yourself an opportunity for connection because of a bold belief? I'm going to go out on a ledge here and say 24 of you could not agree on the best football team out there. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
The
Right?
one that wears jerseys and a helmet. That one. They're great.
Yeah, that one.
Sports ball. Hashtag sports ball. But here's the thing, right? Just because now we've got 24 differing opinions on the best, right? The number one thing. Is that a reason for us to not have open conversation and create relationships together?
No.
No. No. In that same essence, if someone tells you the Browns are the best football team, one, you know they're retarded. And two, you got to ask them why. What makes you say that? Understand their point of view. And if someone tells you that the Broncos are the best football team out there, we know that person is a board certified genius. You still want to understand why?
Why do people even argue these things? We have real estate to talk about.
That's the thing.
Let's be happy.
People will find reasons for division. You as a real estate professional have to find reasons for connection. Like that message thread I showed you with Annie and I. Could I have easily just said, you know what, kick rocks, get lost?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially at 4 o'clock in the morning. I am probably not the most politically friendly person at 4 o'clock in the morning. I haven't had my time to get centered. But what I want to share with you guys this morning is something that's super important about connecting, right? You only have room in your life for about 150 meaningful relationships. And this is a very easy graphic to follow along there. And this is why I want you guys, even if you have differences, can you have a meaningful relationship? Everyone nod your head yes. Yes.
Yes.
Right? You have two people in your life that would fall into the special category. Most of you married people, that's your spouse. Or your sneaky link, not judging. Right? Maybe your parents. Then we have what we call close friends. Right? We've all heard us talk about that we have influence of 5 people, right? We are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Anyone not heard that? Pretty much all of us have heard that, right? We are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Those are your close friends, your close, your confidants, your inner circle. Then we step out of that and we have good friends. How many of you have friends that you would identify as your best friends and they're good friends? You don't see them all the time, but you really enjoy getting together with them. Maybe for birthdays, holidays, quarterly events, stuff like that. Those are your good friends. Guys out there, probably, these are my boys. Girls, oh, these are my queens. Or whatever nonsense you guys say. Then we step further out and we have friends. These are friends. We have friends out there. These are people that you know, like, and trust, that know, like, and trust you. You don't see them all the time. You don't go on, coffee dates often or wine celebrations. But when you interact on social media, you feel like, you know what, that's my friend. And then outside of that, you have meaningful relationships. If they're not part of the core group of the people in your life, then you only have room for about 150 meaningful relationships. I'm going to take this graphic down if you don't need more time writing. When we're trying to do business, are we trying to do business with just our core group of friends? Who are we trying to do business with?
Everybody.
Everybody, right?
Everybody.
I can tell you that at 4 o'clock in the morning, Annie was no longer a friend of mine. She was no longer a meaningful relationship. She had become adversarial, or what do the kids call them these days? An op, right? She just created an op. Well, I'm good at being the op. I'm all about it, right? If you need to hate someone, I'm a real easy target. So we had a meaningful conversation. And then she's even heard that. I feel bad that I unfriended you. Mind you guys, I've known Annie 15 years. She knew me when I wasn't polished. Think about that. But here's the thing. In that moment, we had a meaningful conversation, and she no longer saw me as an enemy. She saw me as somebody that she could lean to. And even in the threads, the same thread that she got sick with, she's like, man, this makes me sick. I can't even find it. There's so much in there. She was attacked by someone else. She responded in humor. Did that not change the way that she had relationships with other people in that group too? So when we have meaningful relationships, can we have rotating meaningful relationships? Yeah, absolutely. Are you going to be in relationship with the same 150 people outside of your friend group every day? Everyone say no. You're going to create a change in the environment of relationships. We know by the numbers that a well-nurtured database.
You're early.
Yes, I am.
Sorry.
A well-nurtured database will produce 6 to 1, meaning 6 contacts in your database should yield 1 transaction per year. Does anyone contest those numbers? You guys all agree?
Mm-hmm.
So if I have 150 meaningful relationships, right? Plus I have 50 friends, 15 good people in my life, my 5 homeboys, and my 2 best friends. Where should my database be? I'll make it easy. Is it north or south of 200?
North.
North of 200. And if I have a really good relationship with all of them, 222 people at 6 to 1 odds means I'm closing 37 deals a year. Who closed 37 deals last year? Do we see an issue?
Come on, guy. Where's your brother?
I don't know. Go find him. He got lost in the weeds. It's too short.
Yeah, I really did lose. Oh, there he is. Come on.
True dad mode. I lost your brother. But think about this. So if we really focused on creating that core group of 200 and we nurtured the crap out of them, we made relationships with them, we stayed in conversation with them, even if we had differences, we didn't just flush them down the drain. And we nurtured the crap out of them, and we made 37 transactions in a year. What would that look like for your life?
Mm-hmm.
Fabi, what's your average commission there in California? Based on your numbers, your metric.
20,000.
Okay. Would you be okay making $750,000 a year? $740,000 in GCI?
Yes.
Okay. Right. All right. Jess, because I see your face. What's your average commission rate? Do the math. You don't have to say it out loud. I just want you to do the math. Right? 37 deals times what you make.
Man, you're putting me on the spot this morning.
It's okay. But here, I'll do the mathing, right? Here's where you really make meaningful progress in your life.
36 times what?
37 times what your average GCI, your average commission is.
185.
There you go. Are you okay making $185,000 a year?
Yeah, I think so.
With only 222 people to nurture and grow. Why do we have such big databases?
Because we whore ourselves out,
That's one thing, right? We're out there trying to just have meaningful relationships with everyone. Is it going to work?
No.
No. What should we be doing?
Focusing on our core.
Should we be pulling people closer to us?
Yeah.
Who are the 5 most influential people in your life that you need to increase your relationships around, regardless of their political affiliations, your romantic relationships, or whatever it is? What differences that kept you from making them tight to you? Is there a way for you to have a business relationship that becomes bi-mutual? There's a lot of hate in the world. A lot. But there's one thing I can tell you is that when you treat people like they matter, regardless of who they are or what they believe in, you can soften tough conversations. And it's so exciting when you see them in public, you get a big old hug or a high five. And then they introduce you to the people in their life. Now your spheres of influence have grown. Take the time to find out how to connect with people, not how to distance yourself. With a caveat, big asterisk on this. If they're not good for your mental or physical well-being, they should not be in your life. Okay? But just because you disagree doesn't mean they get cut out. Find why they disagree. Create a meaningful relationship. So that might bridge the gap to get you into other pools of resources. One of my favorite conversations that ever happened was a friend of mine that used to work with me at the car dealership many, many moons ago. She was 21 when she worked there. I saw her at an open house many, many years later, and she was with her fiance at the time that walked in. I drive a lifted F-250, big diesel truck, right? Everything about me screams one way or the other, if you know what I mean. And he walked in with a preconceived notion of who I was. And not even 5 minutes into the conversation, he goes, dude, you are nothing like I thought you were. And I told him that's what you get for prejudging people, man. So take time to connect. That guy did 5 deals with me.
Did you ask him better or worse?
I didn't care. I just knew it was different.
I also feel like because of what we do, we have that don't judge a book by its cover, and we're a little bit more open
We have to be.
to just connection.
We
I
have
love when people say, "Oh, you're not like other real estate agents."
You're like,
Thank
great.
God.
I know.
better or worse.
Yeah.
Don't care.
So guys, your mindset reset today is find a way to connect. Find a way to understand people so that you can work it in your favor. Yes, this is political and conversational manipulation. If they're already talking to you, half the battle won. Find a way to make them your friend so that they'll go be a soldier for you in referring business to you. I'm not getting invited to any liberal or democratic or neutral libertarian spaces to have conversation. But if I have a couple of friends that say, you know what, Dan's a good dude. If you need to sell or buy a house, you can trust him. I've won. I'm definitely not going to Republican rallies because y'all are wild. But if I got a couple of them that say, you know, that Big Dan guy, he's all right. If you need to help buy or sell a house, then I've won. I don't need to be right. When it comes to business, I want to get paid. My opinions are kept very close to the 3 people in my life that I talk to about them. That's me, myself, and my wife. Everyone else, depends on what day you call me. I'll tell you or not. Was today worth your time?
Again, quick math on your
Yes, thank you.
conversion rate. I did some quick math. My average commission is 12,500. If you have 220 people in your database on a 6-to-1, that's 36 deals at 12,500 is 450. If you touch everybody in that database once a quarter, that's 880 phone calls. Divided by 450K is $511 per call.
Not a bad ROI, guys. What's a
And
phone call? What is
we
a phone?
broke-
5 minutes?
We broke that down on open houses once a couple years back too. And that was like crazy high.
Yeah, $551 a phone call. Most average phone calls are 5 minutes long. So you're making
$100 a minute.
Yeah, insane. Insane, guys. Go do something crazy. I don't know, like connect with somebody.
That's almost as much as what Aaron makes on Facebook.
Almost.
Right?
I love that. I love that passive income. Go post, go create, go connect, go